Hi guys! Today I will show you how I try to put things in order in my things. There are a lot of different items in my bag randomly for different purposes. One of the items that can break is a multimeter and you need to make a case for it. I will do it on a 3D printer. Things that can break down should always be stored in cases, and you will extend their lifespan. First I will make a case for the multimeter, and then for the rest of the things. First, I take a USB flash drive for a 3D printer and insert it into the adapter for connecting to a computer. Using a special program I open the finished file. You can download it for free on the internet or draw it yourself. I found the file with this case on the internet and I didn't have to draw it myself. I think that this case is the best solution for my multimeter. The case has 2 compartments. This is good because you will also need to put wires in it. I saved the necessary file to a USB flash drive. As you guessed, the flash drive needs to be inserted into a 3D printer. I first inserted the USB flash drive and then turned on the printer. The printer turned on, and while the table is warming up, I wiped it with a napkin soaked in alcohol. If there is dust on the table, the workpiece will not stick. The printer started printing the case, and you can see how it first makes the so-called skirt. This is done so that the plastic warms up to a homogeneous mass and there are no lumps and kinks. Inside the so-called skirt, the printer began to print our main model. You can see how the first layer is filled with plastic. And now you can see how our case is filled with a second layer of plastic. After a while the printer began to print the walls and the case began to acquire all the necessary outlines. I noticed that one of the corners of the case came off from the printer table, and because of this, the case was slightly deformed. This is because I have set the skirt in the settings. It was necessary to expose the border. This contributes to a better adhesion of the model to the table. Remember this. If you are printing a model with a large lower plane, then in the settings you need to choose a border and not a skirt. Don't repeat my mistakes. And more, after the model is printed, you need to wait until it cools down. If you remove the model from the table, it may deform. I will not redo this case. This case is suitable for my multimeter. Don't repeat my mistakes. I also noticed a dark stripe on the plastic at the bottom of the case. This happens because of the poor quality of the plastic or because the plastic has absorbed moisture. Plastic should be stored in cellophane bags. Now I have to print the cover for the case. As in the first case, I saved the file to a USB flash drive for the printer. For the case I use plastic PLA. It is non-toxic and very elastic. This plastic can be used to print very small parts. In the settings for printing the case cover I set not a skirt but a border. This will ensure that the lid adheres well to the printer table during printing. You can see how the case cover and the border have merged together. After printing I will remove the border and there will be one lid left. I waited for the lid to cool down. If you remove it hot, it may deform. The lid of the case turned out to be smooth and beautiful. All the excess plastic that remained from the border must be removed. The border was for better adhesion of the lid to the printer table. It's time to check our case. The most important thing is that the lid of the case closes. The multi-tool is located in the case, and this is very good. The wires are also located in their own compartment. The lid of the case closed well and my multimeter gained some protection. I hope it was interesting for you to look at my mistakes. Subscribe to my channel. Good luck to you and see you again.